Ain't no stress affecting my presence, but sometimes the pressure keeps pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.
Draw, hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No-name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Steelers going up against the Redskins. So it's a night of first, the first Monday night game of the year, and the debut of our new broadcast team as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Redskins. It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in Week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. On the man in motion. The first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's Keith Marshall. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. A new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Set, 319! 319! Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch it now, Barney!
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Let's go, defense. Detroit. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. Listen now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
Second down, Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
And the wideout in motion.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Cousins now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now here is the first carry. It's a welcome back for Le'Veon Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat him.
Again, it's Bell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And here is the Redskin defense.
Trent Murphy's #1 attribute is playing against the run, but he continues to work hard on his pass rush skills.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. A short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, They don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Jackson, the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Caught on the right side, Reed. Give him 12 yards on that one. He earns him a fresh set of downs.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Well, maybe a little of both. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Cousins again, and that is incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and it's 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 2014 Pro Bowler, Lawrence Timmons, in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So now here's the 3rd-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt it. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Wheaton will come in motion right. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So the D-line's going to spread out. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a first down carry by Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Tackle made that time by Chris Baker. Now it's 2nd and 7.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Cousins now. And Reed with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
All right, now look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now Leopard.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins, he's going to, this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 59 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after after the INT. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Play action now. Cousins. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Roethlisberger. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On third down, Roethlisberger finding time. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Cousins now to throw on first down. Docks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 49 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. I think the Steeler fans are happy to have Le'Veon Bell back in the end zone after that ACL injury last year.
No doubt about it. You know who else is really happy? The big guys up front, his offensive line. Because when you have a back like Le'Veon Bell that's piling up yardage, guess who else gets credit? The guys up front creating space. They need that guy to validate what they do up front, and he validates it in a big way. Love what he's done since leaving Michigan State and really taking the NFL by storm.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Green, 39. Green. Gun. Check it out. Gun. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Over.
In motion left, that's Jackson. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Cousins now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Garcon, the man in motion. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. In motion right comes Jackson. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Jackson, the man in motion right. Cousins on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And Davis has it over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. 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 Leopard.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got time. Completes it right side to Doxson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And with that completion, he's now north of 200. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Past the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. On now, Chris Boswell. He was 29 of 32 in the field goal department last year as a rookie. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll send a big tight end in motion right. Redskins starter here in 2016. It's Matt Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. In motion right, Garcon. 2nd down, Cousins. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Room here to run. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. Cousins now on second down. And Davis has it over the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
In motion right, Garcon. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play. Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Bryant with a catch right side. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 4th and 4.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, it's Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Detroit!
They'll go again to Jones. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They send the tight end Davis in motion. In motion goes the tight end. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Garcon, the man in motion. On second down, it's Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
In motion right, Garcon. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
3 yards to go on second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that's what you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
All right,
and now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. Now Bell, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. On third and goal, Ruff, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football. So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it. Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And tough starting field position here.
No. Check. Patriot.
They come out here in the eye. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch him now, Barney. Good. Here we go now. Look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Now let's go. Blue, over.
Jackson, the man in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye.
All right, now, lucky 56.
It's Cousins on the sneak. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Washington, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
Fashion week, oh yeah, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes
comes with the territory. Ball players want a dater. All we got is loyalty. I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party. Yeah. Turn into the greatest party. Yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. And my love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. But she got me lifted. Your mind tripping. She's so. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey, inhale, exhale. Let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Well, the man says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain or shine.